Welcome back to Miracle Mask. So let's check out the story so far. Little recap.
Layton and his companions go and speak to Dalston, who owns a large number of the businesses in Monty Door because he's a monopolizing prick.
Says you.
Shut up. Dalston recommends that Layton go to the City Hall, where the mayor has established a special task force.
So we shall go there.
Task force. Sounds very threatening.
Dun 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 dun.
But first,
So let's look around the place.
But first, let's look for hint coins.
Got one.
There we go.
Oh.
Again, don't bother with reading those. I'm just skimming through them.
Sure.
And another one.
You know, Pedro, when you do look at the descriptions in Apologist, just please don't skim for those.
No. I know. I'm aware. Don't worry. I'm not gonna look into every. I'm not gonna do any pixel hunting though. That's boring. Come on. I'm not gonna look into every single possible thing. Come on. Let's just.
Oh, I don't look at every single possible thing, but I do select. I don't look at every single possible thing, but I do select the things that bring great dialogue.
Well, that's the thing, Jova. I don't remember which particular. You're gonna have to give me a list of particular things you want me to check because
select the latter for sure.
Make a list and send it to me via Skype or SSMB chat because I don't remember anything most of that game because that game is so forgettable to me.
Hey, have you been to the circus yet? They have a tiger. How cool is that?
Oh yeah, wait till you see the tiger. The tiger is awesome.
And they have a magic show. It's way better than that silly masked gentleman's tricks.
Yes, you could say it's fabulous.
Oh wait.
So you think the masked gentleman does tricks?
If it's any consolation, Pedro, like I said, they're much better by investigations too.
Yeah, I've heard.
Of course, there's no such thing as magic, mister. It's all tricks.
Ugh.
Wow, what is it?
No doubt about it.
But it is
Well,
true.
there might be more to it than that. The world is full of mysterious things.
Thank you, Emmy.
Yeah. Understatement of the year when it comes to the Layton universe.
Oh yeah, of course.
Quite a lot of mysterious things.
Ha! I learned that there are no puzzles in the world that can't be solved. Unless
True.
It's the meaning of life.
No.
42.
Actually, Dwibs, even that one got solved. By Lex Luthor, nonetheless.
Okay.
By the way, here's a puzzle for you.
Okay, Emmy, I'm solving this puzzle. Do not take any credit, okay?
But she's the one who was given it.
I'm doing it. The school teacher called a bright pupil up to the front of the class and asked him this, by the way, Jova. It was like a little child, like it. Do you see these 5 patterns? Each one is made using 2 paper L shapes. None are rotations or mirrored versions of any other, yet they all have something in common. Using these 2 L shapes, can you make another pattern that shares the common feature of the other 5? Move and rotate the pieces to form a 6th pattern that shares the common feature. So
yeah, basically it's about pattern. Take a good look at each of the 5 patterns we're looking at and figure what other similar pattern can we create with these.
Yep.
Thinking. Okay, so one of those is, so basically here's mine. Hold on. There we go.
How about this?
Yes! Why does my finger look like it's bent the wrong way?
Excellent. They're all fine examples of an unfolded cube.
It looks disturbing.
There you go. That's the common thing. They're all examples of an unfolded cube.
Ugh, my finger looks so disturbing in that shot.
Don't worry, Professor. Launch title for the 3DS, remember?
Every puzzle can be solved, and every magic trick can be explained.
Really, kid?
I don't like it when they do that.
But the man from the hotel also said that the masked gentleman's miracles were real. I don't understand.
People died, child. Every puzzle may have a solution, but some of those solutions have to be puzzled out, you see.
I suppose, naturally.
Oh, I suppose.
Emmy, what have I told you about your lines?
The same thing we've told you, Professor.
What? I'm confused. Grown-ups talk about such difficult stuff sometimes.
Yeah.
You'll learn in a few years.
Don't, kid. Being grown
Then you'll
up
wish you
is
would
glamorous
turn
as you
again.
think. Haha, don't worry. I'm sure you'll turn into a fine puzzle solver when you're older. I lie.
Alright.
Oh well.
You're shit.
Alright, let's go to the City Hall then.
Okay, Emmy, you do know where City Hall is, right?
Yes, Professor.
Can I borrow your map?
No, Professor.
Fuck you too, then.
Jeez, Professor, overreacting much?
I asked her nicely and she refused.
Alright.
But I refused nicely.
Exactly.
Women. The city hall is just up ahead.
There it is. Well, thank you, bottom screen.
Yes. Alright, let's go.
Oh, look, it's Juggles.
Oh, goody.
This must be the city hall. What a grand building. It looks like shit.
Jesus Christ, Professor, are you ever satisfied?
Seriously,
Go in and find the Met and his task force, Professor.
town buildings in Stoke look better than that.
I highly disagree.
I live in Stoke, so fuck you.
Then again,
I guess
I've
you've always
only-
been to
I've only
Stoke.
seen one small part of Stoke.
Oh, neat. You've always been to Stoke. That's interesting.
Hey.
Okay.
Right. Let's find...
I guess you didn't run into Dwibs there.
No.
That's probably a long time ago.
Alright, more hint coin.
Okay.
Then again, Dwibs, as you know, Swansea's not exactly pretty, is it?
It's not that bad.
Wow! Why don't we have a big city hall like this back in Miss Tollery?
Because your town's got more class, Luke.
True.
Jesus.
There are a great deal of police officers here. Is this where they are stationed?
Just hopefully we won't have a run-in with the police here like we did in Miss Tollery.
I don't think so. I hear the main police station is somewhere outside town.
Where are the police anyway? This place is completely deserted.
Well, look
Hold
how
on.
many there
Don't worry,
are!
don't
the
wor-
entire force must be here!
Don't
Yes, all two of them.
Don't worry, Dwebs, they're all in the other room.
It seems the masked gentleman is receiving quite a bit of attention.
Including our very own favorite cop from this series.
No wonder all these crimes occur.
Oh,
There's
really?
barely any policing here. Yes, they've certainly upped the ante. Now they've got 2 officers instead of 1. We didn't see this many officers the night of the petrification incident. They must be really that incompetent.
Professor,
Which could
come
also
on.
mean they were not prepared. Perhaps the masked gentleman doesn't always send out a warning.
Come on, Professor, this is pre-Yokai Watch, so level 5 wasn't swimming in money yet.
But that's not fair! Striking when the town is helpless! What about all the innocent people he's hurting?
I don't think
I
he
don't
gives
think
a
he
shit.
cares.
That's the right attitude, Luke. Let's solve this case swiftly before anyone else suffers. Namely me.
We're too
Swiftly,
early in the game for people not to suffer, Professor.
swiftly and with style.
Before we do that, let's commit robbery right in front of these police officers.
You're full of office details!
Fine.
Hey, Professor, finders keepers, right?
Yes, I'm just
Don't try to corrupt
Fine.
him. Nothing to see here.
I
Move
wonder
on.
what quantity of work has been piled up on here.
Okay.
Let's really suck at their jobs.
What's that? But the tea's already gone cold!
Ah, Pedro, I like reading. I like reading.
Bring at the city hall.
Yeah,
Really
Pedro, it's a
have-
shame. I actually like reading that dialogue.
I'm sorry, Professor. I'm kind of impatient when it comes to these kind of
Well,
things.
in the next game, can you please allow us to read it?
Okay, fine, I guess.
Thank you.
That's including the crossover too.
Don't worry, Joba. It's a co-op playthrough. Remember, I have to. You also have say in the matter. Anyway,
And lost-
Stamp and
That's well.
file, stamp and file. The paperwork has gone through the roof since the last gentleman turned up.
wow, she's just like. Yeah, this is definitely an accurate depiction of a public officer.
All these boys in blue milling around and they still can't catch their mark. Imagine if I was that bad at my job.
Public official,
What
sorry.
is she, a
How do they
secretary?
expect to solve
Yeah.
crime when they can't even solve this puzzle?
That's right. This woman lost her faith in the police because they cannot solve her puzzle.
You know what's
How
amazing?
dare you?
You know what's amazing is like, well, this reminds me of the police and falsifiers, because like, well, the only reason the police and falsifiers aren't that effective is because they themselves suck at falso battling. You know, the main thing that rules the island.
You have a
You
stack
think
of thin tiles which are 3x3 small squares in size. By the way, why does that girl have my hat? There are 3 colours and each tile is all 1 colour. You want to use the limited tiles available and stack them on top of each other.
Maybe she just
Construct
wanted
a
an
top hat
excuse
like
to
the one
talk to you.
above. Maybe. How should you layer them? Take the tiles from the right and place them inside the border on the left.
Okay, so the key to this puzzle is take the tiles on the screen and place them within the border and left that they match the model design.
Blah 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 blah.
The tiles may overlap, basically, you have to take advantage of the fact that the tiles do overlap. So the first thing you should do is cover the background in white, because as you can see, it's supposed to be a white background. So let's cover this in white.
Oh, that reminds me, Pedro. Also in Lost Future, try also slowing down the text speed when examining stuff.
Actually, in Lost Future, I'm not even doing any examining at all, because in that one, I'm just using my traditional method.
Yeah, I know. But if you do click on something, do...
Sure, I will, fine. Alright, so basically we have to create the professor's hat. The key to this puzzle is making sure about the overlaps. As you can see, now this brown thing is brown tile, sorry, is on top of the white thing. So basically, I have to take advantage of the overlapping thing to create the proper shape, as you're about to see.
You may recall a similar puzzle to this in Last Spectre.
Yeah.
Where we sort of had to form his head out of tiles.
There you go. See, notice how I'm using the white one overlapping to make one of the edges of the hat.
Yes.
So that's the
Now
key,
the second
basically.
one.
So basically, you have to...
Edge.
So
Edge. Alright, I got it.
Yes, I know. You're good and all, but
There we go.
this could be actually quite...
This one is simple now. All I have to do is overlap in here.
There we go.
And done.
Just a dash of puzzle solving here.
Yes, I have finally managed to create my own hat.
For a gentleman.
Well, as we established in Last Spectre, Professor,
it.
your hat can also turn into an ostrich and a number of other things.
There, an ordinary citizen has solved a puzzle that stumped the police. No wonder this case is going nowhere.
You
Why don't
can't
you do
judge
it, lady?
competence by one puzzle. Well, it isn't an easy case. The masked gentleman is a strange and highly unpredictable adversary.
True.
Yeah. Pipe down, woman.
Yeah, they're not that bad.
Well, considering one of their leaders is that one cop we know.
Honestly, even still not that bad.
And the crowds work as his shield. The police can't use
Aggressive force.
I've heard the excuses more times than you can imagine. Tell me, why are those paintings not back at the gallery?
Yeah, remember he's gonna check at the gallery, so...
And why are those people who got turned into horses still out there somewhere munching hay?
What?
One of his miracles... Remember, we were told that one of the miracles he performed before we got here is turning people into horses.
Whatever, the task force is in the meeting room in the back. If you have the mayor's permission, go on in.
Wow, she's lost all faith in the police, hasn't she?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yes, no wonder they have to hire me to do all these things. The local people are feeling rather let down. The incident started over a month ago, so you can't blame them. But hey, more work
This
for me.
really isn't your ordinary case.
But hey, more work for me.
I really hope we can catch the masked gentleman.
Yes. Anyway, who's next?
Alright, now we're gonna talk to the cop.
I didn't do it, officer.
Can I help you at all, sir?
Yes, where's your mustache? Every cop here has a mustache. You don't have one. We'd like to see the mayor. We've heard he has assembled a task force to investigate the masked gentleman.
Oh, really? Civilians need the mayor's permission to talk to the task force. Without permission, we need to see the mayor.
No shit.
So let's go inside and talk to him.
Which is what you just asked for. I'll see if I can find it. Yeah.
Yes, do that.
Wow! We're actually going to meet the mayor of Montador.
Wouldn't jinx it, Luke.
Wonder who they are. I wonder what kind of man he is. Managing a city this size must be a big responsibility.
Yep, great power, great responsibility.
Is it someone we know?
No, it's not.
Insert generic
Oh, okay.
quote here.
I wonder if I could do it. Maybe I'll be a mayor when I grow up. How does Mayor Luke Triton sound?
I think they just usually ignore the first name, Luke.
So I'd be like my father then.
It doesn't have such a bad ring to it, just as long as you give us the royal treatment when we come and visit.
Emmy, no mooting.
You're always mooching, Professor.
Alright, the mayor is right there, so let's talk to him.
Wow, you got that quickly.
Go ahead, Rips.
Reese Williams, Mayor of Montedor. It's my great pleasure to welcome you all to our fair city. I can't do a Welsh accent.
That is an extremely Welsh name he's got there.
Thank you. My name is Herschel
Oh,
Layton.
boy.
I'm a friend of Angela Ladors. I can't do a Welsh accent.
Well, Joe, you try your best Welsh accent. Why not?
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Oh no, it's cool. Oh, Emmy Altava, pleased to meet you, Mr. Mayor.
And I am Luke Tricerop.
I'm Lick Triton, the professor's apprentice.
No one asked you.
I don't think we've introduced the professor to him yet.
My friends and I are investigating the masked gentleman. By the way, my name is Layton. We'd like your permission to contact the Special Task Force and offer our assistance.
Awesome.
My name's Herschel Layton. The writers are so lazy they can't even let me introduce myself.
Actually, Professor, you were the first one to introduce
Fancy
yourself.
that.
But fine.
Well, we need all the help we can get. Let's see now. What's your puzzle solving record so far? You really need to have solved at least 25. Aha! You have! You are amply qualified. Welcome to our task
So
force.
yeah, in order to become a police officer, to apply for the police force in Montedor, you have to solve at least 25 puzzles in your resume.
Ah, that sounds like one of the
Screw
easiest
protocol.
jobs.
Yeah.
The detectives from London and our chief of police aren't getting anywhere.
I'm sorry to hear it.
Huh.
They're not uncommon. If they were good at their jobs, why do they keep hiring me?
I requested assistant from London, see? We've forgotten their names, but they seem a sharp lot. You know, doing my drippy impersonation actually helps. Ah, yes, our strategy meeting is to begin, I think. Please, go in and join the meeting.
Join the meeting we shall.
Yes.
If you've defeated the situation, I can get incredibly grateful.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Okay.
Detectives from London, eh? I wonder who that could be.
Emmy doesn't look very confident.
Well, it's because, you know...
You'll see why, dwarves.
Yeah.
Go in the briefing room back there. I'm counting on you.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Right, come along, chums. Let's go in.
Alright, now time for a cutscene and voice dialogue.
Okay.
All right, tidy.
All right.
Come on, you've got to recognize that hair, even from the back.
Hey, rude.
You could say, excuse me, guys.
Oh, it's Emmy and Layton, and the little chap too.
Yes, it is.
Little chap? I'm not a child. I'm Luke Triton, apprentice to Professor Layton.
Yeah, pipe down, fanboy.
Ah, of course. Inspector Grosky. We should have known it was you.
Yeah.
How did you get in here with all the competent police officers?
Hold on.
Hey, how rude! If you're not careful, you might end up hurting my feelings. Guess I have to turn to my arrest record as Scotland Yard to cheer me up.
Yeah, to be
All
fair, he
this-
does have a very good arrest record.
Not quite sure all those arrests are legitimate.
Came with the professor's help. About half.
There you go. She agrees with you.
Oh.
Yeah, I suppose that sounds about right. Good to see you too, Emmy.
No hard feelings about that false accusation.
So this is Inspector Bloom. He's in charge of the
Detective
case.
Inspector Leonard Bloom, Senior Detective at Scotland Yard.
That's quite the title. Herschel Layton, how do you do?
You're not phone tapping, I hope.
Wow. This must be a really big case to call in Scotland Yard's finest.
Oh, and by the way, why Luke sounds like Rory the racing car?
I wonder how
Roy
the
the
local
racing
police
car.
feel about bringing in external
Oh, pish past Scotland Yard's finest, please. An ace attorney from America was
Oh my
apparently-
god, that head is fucking amazing.
Oh my god! It's angry from
Inspector Sheffield.
Inside
Did he
Out.
get his head stuck in a bucket
It's
or
ang-
something?
It's Anchor
angry.
personified.
Yeah. Well, actually, yeah, kinda, because he's kind of always angry, so yeah.
Yeah.
Any help he can offer will be invaluable.
Wow,
to
Pete
us.
Doctor must have taken a lot of inspiration from him.
He took inspiration from Dual Destinies, this game, and Osmosis Jones.
Now,
Hey,
done with
Osmosis
the
Jones is a piece
pleasantries,
of crap anyway.
I'd like to get on with solving this case.
I like that movie, but then that's another talk for another day.
Alright, new episode has been added. Groski runs rampant, so let's check
Basically,
it out.
Pedro Roy the Racing Car is the children's TV show here in the UK.
Did Maria Darling do work for that?
Yeah.
Oh, that explains it then.
Basically, if I
Terminates
Is
the
Maria
vast
Darling
amount-
famous in England?
Amount to spare the some of their parts? With Groski on the beat, it's hard to tell.
She does a lot of cartoons around here.
I really like her voice, so. Montador at last. Now, where is this devious villain that's been menacing the city, hey? So this is what happened when he got here. You there! Stop in the name of the yard!
But we're not under your jurisdiction.
Yes? How may I be of assistance, sir? Inspector Clamp Groski, I was hoping you could tell me about this masked mental piece or what have you. And I said this before, but my god, that chest hair, that chest in general, Jesus Christ. Masked mental... I believe you mean gentlemen. I'm honored to talk to the Scotland Yard. Let's cut to the chase. Tell me what's going on in this city. I'll make short work of this scumbag.
Level 5,
Pardon me
mind
for a
your
moment,
language.
I'll be right back.
Well, simply put, a strange man has stolen the symbol of our city, the Mask of Chaos, and is using it to commit nefarious deeds. He calls himself the Masked Gentleman and calls his acts out miracles, but I would sooner call them nightmares.
Dun, dun, dun.
Nightmares, you say? Well, we can't let that go unchecked, can we? That rascal toying with innocent citizens. You still there, Sherry?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just one moment.
It may interest you to know that a special task force has been established at the City Hall. Why not contact them?
'Cause they suck.
Aha! So they're at the City Hall, eh? Watch your step, masked gentlemen. Justice will be served piping hot. There he goes.
Whee.
Sir. I believe that's the wrong oh dear, he's out of sight already.
And so he ended up in a big puddle.
It was just around the corner too.
He stepped in the puddle and never went back here again.
Oh well.
Yeah.
Shit happens.
Yeah. Next.
Alright, now it's time to check...
Let's ask around.
Not that, actually. How long is this meeting going to last? Maybe we should plan a small exercise routine so we don't get stiff.
It's our brain we're meant to be exercising, Inspector.
I guess.
Yep. Do you want me to get my DS? We can do Dr. Kawashima's brain training.
Right, are we ready to get this meeting started? Okay, any other business, have you? Because this is gonna take a while.
I made some brownies. Would you like one?
No. Alright, so... Oh well, I guess it's just the two of us at the beginning.
Yeah, okay.
Good, then park yourself.
Okay.
Alright, another cutscene.
Let's see. Ow.
Let's not drag this out any longer than we need to. Grab a seat and sit in it.
There we go.
Alright, let's go.
Bloom, the floor's all yours.
I'm the chief, so I'll just stay here while you do all the work for me.
Please, if you would give me your attention, then perhaps I could help you apprehend the masked gentleman. Since you have proven yourselves to be astoundingly ineffective thus far,
Oh, there you go, Bruce. He agrees with you.
brought in some extra power to expose the truth behind these malicious tricks.
Alright, so let's try to solve the mystery of his tricks so far. Basically, this is probably some of the most Ace Attorney-ish moments of
This masked buffoon has made 4 appearances.
Dun, 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 dun,
Yeah.
dun, dun, dun.
Alright, let's dissect those indeed. Ta-da! By demystifying the masked gentleman's crimes, we aim to learn his methods and use that knowledge to track him down. Yeah, seems like a good plan. We have a
Reasonable
special
enough?
We have a special guest here. His skills of observation are unparalleled in this room. Professor Layton, if you would, please.
Okay, please.
Okay, I'm
no,
back.
no interruptions. Of course. Where would you like to start?
Well, let's start with the most straightforward case. The people who turn into horses. Yes.
Horses. Yes. I haven't been able to gather much evidence on that case. However, I understand that there were witnesses.
Indeed. Perhaps we should fill you in on what we know.
By all means. Thank you. That would be very helpful.
Very well. Well, naturally, we had the statements taken from witnesses at the scene. Let's start with those.
Yes. Phoenix Wright, watch me beat you at your own game. Please go ahead.
Please, you're not even in the courtroom, Professor. That's when the game actually
Solve
starts.
the puzzle.
I will now summarize the witness statements and present some relevant evidence. Please pay close attention. There will be a quiz at the end.
Where's the judge?
The incident occurred at night. The carnival's main attraction, the nightly parade, was in full swing.
Sorry, Layton, you gotta get actually to the rank of ace attorney to get the judge involved.
Whatever.
As the parade approached a bend in the road near the shopping district, the masked gentleman appeared.
Presumably the area was full of tourists.
Indeed. Yes, just as the masked gentleman had planned. A flash lit up the sky, and the crowd looked up to see the gentleman stood high above them on a ledge.
Ow, the ledge.
According to our reports, he snapped his fingers and the light intensified, blinding the onlookers.
Like that.
Yep.
Ooh.
Here's an interesting thing. When the bright light subsided, it appeared some of the people had been turned into horses. Here's an interesting thing. There's a special DLC expansion of this game available only in Japan that adds a few extra animated cutscenes, and one of them is an animated cutscene for this particular part, where we actually see an animated cutscene of the people actually turning into horses, which is very reminiscent of that scene from Pinocchio.
Detective Bloom, do you have a theory as to what really happened that night?
Anything you can Google it under?
Don't worry, I'll get it later.
I see. Please allow me to confirm a couple of points before we continue.
Indeed, let's do that.
Does the parade start at the same time every evening?
In a manner of speaking, I suppose. It always starts just after sunset.
You don't do this festival just to make sure the gods don't get angry, do you?
No, Professor, there's no gods here.
Were you able to confirm the identities of the people who were supposedly turned into horses?
No. Oddly enough, none of their belongings contain any IDs, and no missing person reports have been filed. That's definitely suspicious.
I see. Thank you, Detective.
Looking at the information at hand, I believe the truth is clear.
We didn't really have to solve a puzzle here, did we?
The masked gentleman obviously tricked witnesses into believing some people had been turned into horses. Yeah, this is clearly suspicious, especially because they didn't have any IDs and shit. There was one essential atmospheric element to his charade. So what was the key element necessary for the masked gentleman's trick to work? The cause in the parade, the weather, or the time of the day?
Time of day.
Of course.
It's after the parade, so it would be easy to miss things even before the blinding light.
Okay. My thoughts exactly, Professor.
Well, it did say the answer was correct, so... yeah. And of course, it's much easier to track the lights, to trick the eyes with bright lights when there's dark all around.
Now who's screwing up? Now who's messing up the lines?
I stutter again.
Several witnesses claim they actually saw tourists transform into horses. I, however, do not believe in magic.
And yet we live in the same universe... Oh, sorry, we're not there yet.
Do you believe in magic? Dun, 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 dun. Okay. So why couldn't the witnesses transform? Their eyes were closed because of the blinding light.
When the horses appeared, the people's eyes must have been closed. Yes, all of them at the same time, because,
Hold on, Dwez, we'll get there.
plot convenience.
Right. At night, their eyes would have been extremely sensitive to bright light. They couldn't have seen anything.
Were any of them wearing glasses? In other words, the masked gentleman temporarily blinded onlookers to cover up the trick. Even me. I will have these dot eyes forever.
Oh, come on, Professor. Your dot eyes are kind of part of your charm. Our so-called tourists swiftly left, and horses were set loose on the street, which leaves just one thing left to explain. Where were the horses hidden, Professor?
In the alleys nearby.
There you go, Dibs.
Well, you can't put them in the sewers that quickly, and this is the only thing the museum was nearby. The small dark alleys giving onto the high street. One could hide horses in those and release them all at once.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm thinking like a Layton character now. Woo!
It would seem that it all worked out, Professor. Would you care to elaborate for everybody, please?
Okay. Certainly. First, it seems that the key to this miracle is in this location. Okay. The shopping district is full of little alleys, and that particular area is isolated by a bend in the road.
Indeed.
Just before the incident, everyone was absorbed in the parade. No one paid attention to the dark alleys. Unless you were really bored. Because after all, you go through this every day. A bright light appeared suddenly, blinding the crowd, and horses were released from the alleys. At the same time, people disguised as tourists dropped some props and went to hide in the alleys.
Indeed.
By the time the witnesses could see clearly again, all they beheld were the horses.
Yep. Precisely. But there's no evidence that the master gentleman had accomplices planted among the tourists. So, for now, but then again, this is our best proof so far. Okay.
True, but isn't it suspicious that the belongings found at the scene contain no forms of identification?
Yeah, it is.
Yes, it
Definitely.
is.
It's definitely suspicious.
Besides, if these people had been genuine tourists, their families would surely have reported them missing.
Yep.
Okay, I'm back.
Look at that,
Hello.
Jova. Very good, Professor. That was my conclusion as well.
Sure it was.
You're suspicious yourself, lad.
What? So
What? Oh, so you're gonna be him?
Yeah. So the master gentleman's miracle was just a simple trick. Yes, Chief Inspector. Smoke and mirrors, so to speak. Only in this case, it was bright lights and dark alleys. Triple and gun. Alright, men. Let's have a breather. Layton, come and see me again when you're ready to go on. Alright, so in the next part we'll solve the remaining quote-unquote miracles of the masked gentleman that happened before we got here. So
Bullshit, more like. Professor Layton and the bullshit mask.
like Inspector Bloom said, demystifying his miracles will definitely help ease the populace. So see you then.
Yeah.
Yeah.